Uh-huh. I will definitely take. Thank you. Hello. Everything is here. I didn't touch anything. Yeah. Put it here under this. You should be able to access it. So keep it here. Welcome you all to the 14th NV Lakshmi Foundation lecture series. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to center ourselves and make the most of this wonderful evening. I invite you to briefly disconnect from the noise around us and within us. Let's take a minute of silence, allowing our minds the space to be fully present and receptive. We'll maintain silence for 1 minute. Thank you. Let us begin this evening by lighting the lamp. So can I please ask Mr. Mohan, Sumati ma'am, and Manju Gupta auntie to please come and do the honors. So this year we have a very innovative way of lighting the lamp because we were not allowed to have fire in the room. So now you'll see how. So there's water and the lights will come up. Also, may I please request Miss Lakshmi to present a soulful devotional song to set the tone for our gathering as the lighting of the lamp happens.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi, for the enchanting beginning. How can we celebrate our foundation day without honoring the person who inspired us to build NV Lakshmi Foundation? It's her legacy and good deeds that continue to inspire us to make this world a better place. One small contribution at a time, creating ripples of positive change. Who better to share her story than her grandson, Ishan Bandla? Though he never had the chance to meet her in person, he knows her deeply and carries her spirit with him. Ishan, can you please come onto the stage and introduce NV Lakshmi, please, for us?
Good morning. I am Ishan Bandla, grandson of NV Lakshmi Foundation, and I'm here to celebrate and discuss with you all of the achievements that NV Lakshmi has achieved. Lakshmi, we all know her, we all loved her, and we were all sad to see her go. She died very suddenly, and it came as a shock for us all. But Lakshmi was different to what she was for all of us. For me, she would have been my grandmother. For Mohan Tata, she is his wife. To my dear mother and Anirudh, she was their mother. Doesn't matter what she was to us, we all loved her the same. So, it doesn't matter what or how she was loved. What matters is the legacy she left behind. Lakshmi did amazing things. She helped the needy and empowered girls to educate all the people she possibly could. And yes, you could argue that there's some famous celebrity, content creator, or an influential person is doing the same thing. But they are getting paid back for this. Content creators might have made something on social media. The social media would have paid them. Or maybe some influential people or celebrities would have done it to get some attention on their name. But what did Lakshmi get from helping the needy? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She did it out of the kindness of her heart, spent her own hard-earned money on helping out needy children who needed to be educated. So after all this time, she got nothing in return, nothing, except for pure happiness that she helped all the people that was in need. So, after her unfortunate passing and a loss to us all, my Tata had created the NB Lakshmi Foundation to keep doing the great things NB Lakshmi had done while she was smiling above our heads, watching over us and making sure no harm came our way. So on this day, she would be 66 years old. And this event is a tribute to this day, to NV Lakshmi, to celebrate her life and to say thank you for all the people she helped, even after her death. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishan, for such a beautiful introduction to the beautiful lady. You did great. Now may I request Mr. Mohan Nishtala, the heart, soul and sweat of NV Lakshmi Foundation, the guiding light to multiple girls who would have been lost without him, to come onto the stage and share the amazing progress that we have been able to make in the past year. Over to you.
Venkat. Let me start with a small anecdote. It happened about 3 years ago. Ishan very seriously asked me, Tata, when are you going to die? I was shocked. We were also wondering why. He said, why are you asking? You must know that I am hardly 10 and I need to be 18 to take over the foundation. So make sure you're alive at least next 8 years. This foundation is for people like him who unasked, they get motivated and they want to do something. A legacy that's come from my parents to us, my children, and unasked to my grandchild now, but grandchildren later. Let me start without much ado, and yeah, that's good. Venkat, you need to slightly coordinate with me because we are miles apart.
Sorry, Daddy. I put the lights a bit dimmer for the background.
Okay.
Just wait till he does that.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the 14th NV Lakshmi Memorial Lecture. Little did I know that time would pass so fast that we'll be reaching the 14th lecture. Next. Why are we celebrating this 13th December every year? One, of course, is her birth anniversary. And we also decided that it should be our foundation day. And that's how we go ahead. Lakshmi was indeed an epitome of grace, elegance, and an extremely loving heart, endearing herself to everyone. She lives on because it's poignantly said, those who live in the hearts of people don't die. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not say this. One of our Rotarian friends, Madhu, she said it many years ago. What is all the foundation about, in short? Empowering a girl through education in the present has a transformative potential to create miracles in the future. By investing in her learning and development, we not only enrich her life, but also cultivate a ripple effect of positive change that extends to her community and beyond. Our basic tenets have remained the same over the years. Just a minute. We select with due diligence and we welcome with care. We inspire, guide, and mentor girls to lofty goals. Quite a few of them are here. They should be vouching for the same. Ensure resource barriers do not curtail their ambitions. This has been one of the real bottlenecks whenever these girls have come to us. We empower against family background constraints. తెలుగులో చెప్పగలంటే నా రాత ఇంతే ఇలాగే ఉండాలి అది బ్రేక్ చేసి యూ క్యాన్ డూ సంథింగ్ మచ్ బెటర్ అన్న దీంతో we enforce, reinforce and day in and day out. Sir, I could not do this. My mother is not well. My father is not well. My tata ila unnaru. I have to go town. I said, no, you have to study. Your aim is this. Come back. I may have been harsh, but I think in the long run they would have accepted. What is the consequence of all this? They evolve with time and build a brighter future for themselves. Yeah. One such example is this girl, Maheshwari. In 2019 she graduated. When I picked her up in 2014 is a different story. This forum will not allow me to speak. It was that bad. 2020, she was a gold medalist in Andhra Mahila Sabha. 2021, 2021, she was a gold medalist. She received the award from the governor of Tamil Nadu. 2024, 3 years later, today she is working in NHS in UK, getting a reasonably good salary. A girl is an example of determination. What she is, she has now her own words, we'll see. Within 2 months of her going, she was powerful enough to get her husband also. I think in the next 10 days he's leaving to UK. Yeah. Sum and substance of the foundation, I don't want to go into details. They have the ability, a little less attitude, much less passion when they come. Because they're already boiled down with so many constraints. After doing some mentoring, they come back. Passion, attitude, they're on the top, but their ability comes down. Primarily because I have seen out of the so many years of experience girls, there's shift in priorities. I'm trying to get them to keep the focus on that. Time involved, maybe in another 5-6 years, we must be able to structure something totally and they come out of that. That's the role of mentoring. Our ethos, quality over quantity. We believe to the world you may be the one person, but to that one person you may be the world. Everything of our foundation is built on that. Every girl, she gets that attention, undivided attention. And because of that, she's able to focus. Luckily for me, I have Paulami, Sahiti, and a few others, girls who are able to talk to them and mentor them out. Small is beautiful is our guiding mantra. Staying true to this philosophy, we have proudly supported 125 girls till now and counting. All these girls are in professional courses. Our focus remains on creating meaningful impact through dedicated support and nurturing. These are some of the disciplines. We have medicine, dental, law, chartered accountant, computer science, engineering, nursing, physiotherapy, forensic science, AI and ML, of course, that's the fad today. Company secretary, veterinary science. I should have one more column and continuing. But this is what we have till today. Last year it was little less, this year we have increased. Go ahead. The highlights are this year we have 25 editions. One CA final, one in veterinary, two in engineering AI and ML, one dental student, 6 medical students. And mind you, these medical students, their education is in government school, their intermediate is in a government college, and with little coaching, not the Akash or Narayana Chaitanya. Without that, they could get seats. And I think my heart goes out to them. They need to be supported. And for them, I am willing to go to everybody around here. Inter MPC, building them, we have 12 students, computer science 2, more to go. In terms of investment in academic education and overall skill enhancement of these wonderful girls, ladies and gentlemen, all of you are here who have supported us to the extent of 99.55 till date. It was very easy for me to put, 100. But I am reminded of a story, my father. I used to be very good in maths. So one fine morning I got 99, otherwise I normally used to get 100. 100 ఎందుకు రాలేదురా అన్నాడు. That triggered one being happily dissatisfied. I'm happy with this, but still I'm dissatisfied. That figure can definitely go up. For those of you, I have kept the QR code outside. Go ahead. This is about one, two, I didn't want to take all, but two thank you notes. This is Maheshwari. Next slide. Venkat, next. I, Maheshwari, am writing this to express my heartfelt gratitude for all that you have done to me to achieve the incredible goal in my life. I am now a physiotherapist in UK at Norwich and Norfolk Hospital. My journey with NVLF started in 2014, and I have always been super supported by Mohan sir, exaggeration, who was my sponsor, mentor, friend, and whatnot, which enabled me to grow both professionally and personally. When nobody was there to trust and support me, NVLF guided me to fulfill my dreams. I thank all my other sponsors who supported me, including my UK license and interviews, etc. I promise I would definitely pay it forward where other girls who are underprivileged like me would get help to fulfill their dreams. Thank you, NLF, for bringing me up from Government Junior College, Maredpalli. Incidentally, the principal then is over here, Mr. Harindranath, he's here. He, even today, helps girls in and out for that. To world-renowned Norwich and Norfolk Hospital. Thank you for being a supporting pillar to my career, which made a significant difference in my family and my life. Paid forward is very interesting. The first salary that she got, 1st October this year, she promptly sent me 10,900 rupees equal to 100 pounds. Yeah, next one. This is another one. Only two I have taken. Hello Mohan sir, it has been over a year since I graduated with first class distinction engineering with specialization in biotechnology, and have been also working as associate process leader in Brain Enterprise. I just wanted to send you a thank you note for all the kind help you have done through NV Lakshmi Foundation. The world outside has been very different from my exposure in the college. Reflecting back, I am indeed blessed to receive such an incredible encouragement from NV Lakshmi Foundation, especially during the dark phase of COVID times, which led to unexpected financial crisis in my family. At the right time, you understood the circumstances and put your hand to help me to complete my graduation. Your belief in my potential has not only opened doors, and it goes on, pay it forward. This cycle will inspire change and transforming lives, creating a brighter future for many. This paid forward has been one of the underlying things we have been telling the girls. Just as you have benefited, see that another girl is benefited. It's not necessary that you must come back to NVLF. Wherever you are, take care of another girl and our purpose is served. Yeah, next. I have two students to speak. I think Bhargavi. Yeah. And Roshni. Can you just share? 2 minutes each, not more.
Good evening everyone. My name is Roshni Chalimala and I am from Nizamabad district. I am studying a BTech final year at BVIT Hyderabad College of Engineering for Women, and I am currently in final year in CSE AI and ML. Let me share a brief about my family background. Ours is a closely knit nuclear family consisting of my father, mother, my elder sister and myself. Due to the financial issues, we couldn't bear my sister fee and myself, as she is studying the masters. She is doing masters MSc in food technology and management with a merit scholarship. My mother is the only sole breadwinner in our family. She could her aim is to get us graduated and be in a good position. Um, we, Even though we are financially backward and financially challenged, but our parents believe that providing a better education is more important than possessing any assets. So they have sacrificed everything for us, for our studies. Even they have lost all their assets on us. But with that focus, we have come forward to study. I am now in the BTech final year, and my sister is doing her MSc. Due to the health issues, my father couldn't work because of the two major accidents. In the second year, my professor Venkana sir has come forward and known my situation, and Mohan sir has helped me a lot in this. He understood the situation, and through NV Lakshmi Foundation, he has provided me with the hostel fees. So I thank him deeply. Without any financial burden, I could study well and I could focus on my studies. I have scored a CGPA of 8.67 in my graduation, and in the campus recruitment, I have selected for the Optum company with a LPA of 20.78, which is a good thing. I thank deeply all the donors, all the NV Lakshmi Foundation, Venkana sir and Mohan sir for supporting and guiding me in this journey, and I thank you very much. This is a beacon of hope for every student like me. So this initiative is great and it inspired me a lot. My aim is to become a civil servant and serve the country, and this foundation is an inspiration for me to help other students like me. Thank you very much for all your support and generosity. Thank you very much.
20.78 lakhs, that you forgot. She is Bhargavi, CA, final.
Good evening all. Myself Bhargavi. My journey with NV Lakshmi Foundation has started from after my 10th. Through my sister Alekia, I came to know about NV Lakshmi Foundation. It was a very difficult phase of my life. Like my mother was the only one she used to earn. She said better to get into government college. Like we went. I stood second in my school with 9.8 points. So I was searching for the college and all. I had the thought that I should become a chartered accountant. There's a desire in my heart, but there was no help. I came, I met Mohan sir, even sir spoke. That was the first time I received the help. When I went to the college, principal told that fees was 40,000. It was big amount for us. Then my mother told, my daughter, she secured 9.8. Why don't you give her some concession on her? So the director challenged my mom. If she comes like on the banner, then definitely I will make sure that the 40,000 fee would be for 2 years. Then it was a challenge for me that I should be in that banner. Every day my mom, she used to drop me. She used to say, I'm seeing you standing there on the banner. Definitely. Every day she used to tell. Even I used to believe, okay. But by God's grace, I stood third in my first year and my second year. And my CA foundation journey has started. I cleared my foundation in first attempt. I was like a topper student who stood first in everything. Academics was my favorite and all. All of a sudden, when I came into intermediate, CA Inter, it had 8 subjects. I prepared well, but it was the first time results came and I failed. It was the first time I tasted failure. Then I called Mohan sir. Sir asked about results. I said, sir, I failed. Sir supported me. Okay, next time you try. But it was very difficult to come out of that situation. My mom, she worked so hard. Even she's helping. So again, I just motivated myself, gave my second attempt. Even in second attempt, I failed. I was like, whether should I continue or not. Simultaneously, I was even pursuing my graduation. So there was a time Mohan sir supported me with fee. The moment I failed, every time after even the second attempt, I was like, I'm held liable to him. I'm answerable to sir. For my mom, I'm answerable, and even to sir, I'm answerable. I've received help. I should do something. I should really clear it. There were many moments I used to study for hours and hours. Even though after studying, I failed. Then it was the last attempt with ultimate motivation, focus, and everything. I was like, I cleared with exemptions in 2 subjects. Then, more than my parents, when I called Mohan sir, he was the most happiest person. Even I felt, okay, I achieved something. Then, now I'm doing my articleship in Sri Ram Murthy and Co. Chartered Accountancy firm. I really feel I had the dream that I should become, but there was no help. Mohan sir has become like hope, a light. And sir, definitely, I will become a chartered accountant, and even within few years, even I'll be here. I see myself, and even I'll become part of this foundation. And I thank everyone for helping me. And even I want to become a helping hand and even help many more. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, sir.
One thing she did not say is, I said, since you have failed, the foundation doesn't permit me to help you financially. Anything else you ask me, I will do it. Just a token. Imagine I have 5 more medical students. Yeah, go ahead. We'll quickly run through. Venkat, next. What happens is I get emotional, so I just ran over time. We also distributed about 6 laptops covering around 2,70,000. It's very simple. I being very very poor, I received the laptop when I exactly needed this. This aid helped me to the progress of my academic career. Then generosity of foundation, that we'll skip. Next. Last year, it was the first time we entered into a CSR grant, and we were able to, tech systems helped me, 60 desks in Telangana Model School and Junior College, Aksanpalli. I must tell you, this is junior college. It moved my heart when I went and found that intermediate students are sitting on the ground. I literally went to tech systems and said, somehow you must help me. They have done that. They have said, okay, 1 more school, so 100 desks. Next. These are the children sitting on the benches and 300 beneficiaries. I must also thank on this occasion Dr. Naga Jaya Smita. Smiti is what we call her. She had done it in memory of her grandmother. And Lion Kamal Kumar, unfortunately he couldn't come today because of surgery. He has supported for benches where about we have 30 beneficiaries. Next. Special thanks to Jay Smita and Kamal. I've put there, you too can join in such initiatives. Next. You'll naturally ask me what are the initiatives. I just focus a few. To improve infrastructure in 10 schools, making schools aesthetically better, providing basic facilities like fans and lights, dual desks, sports equipment, augment their libraries and digital accessibility, provision of new toilets and amenities, potable drinking water. I've highlighted why, you will see next. NVLF is undertaking the responsibility of constructing quality toilets in Government Degree College Medak, where the 800 beneficiaries are the girls. It enhances their hygiene and clean toilets to prevent health and related issues, ensure dedicated facilities will offer privacy, which is the bare minimum that is expected. Improved facilities will encourage improved college attendance. This is yet another CSR support from tech systems. They liked the way we did the last year. This year they asked me to come forward and give a proposal. I could mention the names and all that because the grant was just received yesterday. Education was one part, girls is one part, organ donation is something which is very close to my heart and quite a few over here. She is the real hero, a true embodiment of the NVLF tagline, giving is living. She had given a fresh lease of life to 6 hitherto terminally ill patients, even though she was gone. So we continue doing this exercise of advocacy. This was at BVRT Hyderabad. Next one, similar one at Pallavi, thanks to Rotarian Dr. Ramshesh Gira, who is not here. Is here? No. Yeah. This is yet one more initiative which we have done through Mohan Foundation. You all can also clap. See, we have to do something different than normal. And so I took the lead. Fortunately for me, Polumi joined me and we could do that. I invite all of you to invite me. I will come and talk irrespective of the number of students, irrespective of the number of audience. This requires a lot of advocacy, a lot of support. Simplest of the things that you can do is to just go to the website, click on that, you put your Aadhaar card, you will get your certificate like what I have done there. But make sure you let your family know about your wish. Let's continue working towards creating an informed and empowered society. Last, we can serve the society in many areas in myriad ways. What is required is the intention to serve, a little sacrifice, a little time, and reorganization of personal priorities to achieve the satisfaction of serving the society. This is what Lakshmi had said in one of the DG visits at the Rotary Club on 15th April 2011, probably one of her last speeches. But this particular one stuck to me. Year after year, I remind myself on this. Yeah. All of you have come not to listen to this thing, you have come to listen to eminent speakers. We had a list of eminent speakers, ma'am, starting in 2011. Swami Bodhananda, Jay Prakash Narayan, late PVR Prasad, Akare Raghavendra. He was supposed to be here, somehow he is not turned up. Yeah, next. Garik Patnar Garu, Suchitra, Nipun Mehta, Sister Lusu Kurian. Last year, quite a few have heard Jain Sai. This year we have the star of the evening, Sumati Garu, IG, IPS. More about her, the person next. I have deliberately put a police uniform photo because she's so simple, so humble, that looking at her, I don't think anybody would believe that she's in such a powerful position. I was particularly impressed by her simplicity, and I have a special regard for all those who achieve great things but being very simple. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan, for the updates. The work that goes behind this progress often goes unnoticed. But I personally would like to thank Mohan for his consistent efforts, hard work, and determination that makes such a difference to so many students and the families associated with them. It's now time for the highlight of the evening, where we get to hear from our esteemed speaker, Inspector General Sumati Ma'am. Akshaya, could you please come onto the dais and introduce our special guest who has graciously agreed to share her inspiring stories with us all.
Good evening, everyone. We are truly privileged to have with us a distinguished guest who has been at the forefront of addressing some of the most pressing issues of our time. There is no better person to deliver today's talk on gender-driven violence and solutions. With her unwavering commitment to justice and extensive experience in law enforcement, she has become the leading figure in the pursuit of a safer and equitable society. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the speaker of the evening, Sumati Garu, IPS. It is a great pleasure to speak. It is a great pleasure to speak about the modern day ladies Singham. While Sumati Garu requires no formal introduction, let me make a moment to highlight her remarkable achievements. Sumati Garu IPS made history in 2001 as the first directly recruited woman deputy superintendent of police, DSP. She has had a distinguished career in the police force when she has effectively managed farmer agitations, contributed to peace talks with mosques, and led critical rescue operations against human trafficking. Additionally, her intelligence work has been crucial in preventing major terrorist conspiracies. Her initiatives such as She Teams and Integrated Victim Support Centers have significantly improved the safety and security of women and children. She has also led efforts in combating left-wing extremism, inspired many within the police force, particularly women. A graduate of Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University, Sumati Garu went on to earn her law degree from Nalsa, Hyderabad. What's truly inspiring is her humble beginnings in a village on the banks of river Tungabhadra near Kurnool, where she had to relocate to the city for her higher studies. Sumati Garu believes in the human face of policing, where empathy is embedded in the law. For her, balancing professional and personal life is about being sincere and simple in all endeavors. With over 23 years of experience in law and order, crime investigation, human trafficking, cyber security, and community policing, her expertise spans across complex crime-like areas like cross-border intelligence-led crimes and serious crimes against women and children. She has developed several community-centric models, including Chetna, distress counseling centers for victims of domestic abuse; Vikalpa, a collaborative initiative to eradicate organized prostitution in Hyderabad; Cyber and Cyber Congress, programs to ensure cyber security for women, covering over 1,600 educational institutions during the COVID-19 pandemic; Cyber Lab, a pioneering initiative to combat cybercrime against women and children. Sumati Garu's tireless work continues to inspire us all. We are all honored to have her with us today. Now, without further ado, I present to you Srimati Sumati Garu.
Once more, say the tagline, the Lady Singham.
Yeah, she is the Lady Singham present here.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be very privileged because of her new position. She is seldom seen outside giving public talks. It is a real good fortune, ma'am, that you have accepted. This is yours.
మొదటగా మోహన్ నిశ్చల గారికి ధన్యవాదాలు. అంటే నా మాతృభాషలో మొదలు పెట్టడము, ఎక్కడ కూర్చున్నా కూడా ఎక్కడ మాట్లాడినా కూడా నాకు అట్లీస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ ఫ్యూ లైన్స్ బెటర్ అని అనిపిస్తుంది. ఐ మే నాట్ బీ యాజ్ గుడ్ టు స్పీక్, బట్ ఎనీవే I am in a very unobtrusive position where I am not supposed to be in the public gatherings at all. So I have been avoiding for the past 1 year, and I think this is the first. ఎందుకంటే మోహన్ గారు నా దగ్గరికి పంపించిన మనిషి ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వారు నాకు చాలా ఆరాధ్యులు ఇద్దరు. సో దట్ వాజ్ ఫస్ట్ రీజన్ వై ఐ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ దిస్. అండ్ రెండవది, అన్నింటికంటే నచ్చిన విషయం ఏంటంటే ఒకరు తమ స్పౌజ్ కోసము, అది కూడా విమెన్ అయినప్పుడు, వారి లైఫ్ని, వారి ఐడియల్స్ని ఇంత అందంగా సెలబ్రేట్ చేయడము, అది తనని జీవించే విధానం ఏ రకంగా తీసుకెళ్తున్నారో 14 ఏళ్ళు, ఐ వాజ్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ ఇంప్రెస్డ్ బై దట్. That was the second reason why I chose that I should come for whatever is the subject, because I can talk on any subject spanning across whatever, because we have been seeing so many issues and we face only frustrations in life. Kabatti, I can speak on any frustration which people face. But most apt, నేను ప్రస్తుతము ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ పోలీస్ స్టేట్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ బ్యూరోలో ఉన్నాను, విచ్ డీల్స్ విత్ లెఫ్ట్ వింగ్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమిజం ఫర్ ద స్టేట్. అండ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ అన్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ విచ్ has షేప్డ్ ద ఫ్యూచర్ ఆఫ్ ద నేషన్, బీయింగ్ ఇన్ ఉమ్మడి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో, తర్వాత తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో కూడా మనది ఒక పయనీరింగ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ విచ్ హ్యాస్ లెడ్ ద ఎంటైర్ నేషన్ విచ్ ఇస్ డీలింగ్ విత్ లెఫ్ట్ వింగ్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమిజం ఫర్ ద పాస్ట్ 30+ years. సో దాంట్లో 1989 నుంచి 2024లో ఐఎమ్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఉమెన్ ఆఫీసర్ టు హెడ్ ద ఎస్ఐబి. సో ఐ థాట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఎ రైట్ అకేషన్ టు కమ్ హియర్ అండ్ స్పీక్. అంటే ఇలాంటి ఫీల్డ్స్లో విమెన్ అంత సమర్థవంతంగా చేయలేరేమో, లేకపోతే దానిని మళ్ళీ కరెక్ట్ చేయలేని పొజిషన్స్ ఇవి. వన్స్ యూ పుట్ సంబడి, యూ కెనాట్ సెండ్ దెమ్ బ్యాక్ thinking that they are not capable. So you should be doubly confident of somebody, placing someone at such places to be able to deliver, because there's no go back here. That you register a crime, don't register a crime, doesn't matter. And because this is a closed door meeting, I am telling you. Is it being recorded? It is not recorded. For the past 1 year, we have seen to it. Can you imagine an unobtrusive woman like this most of the information, what is gender based violence, it is all available on Google. So you can run those slides. UN ఏం చెప్పింది, మనం ఏమనుకుంటున్నాము, ఇవన్నీ it is all fine. So you can just go through quickly. But more than this, what we face and what we don't discuss is the violence which a woman faces or any gender faces throughout the lifetimes and in generations whatever we have been faced. Recent study says that even if girls are educated in a country like India, it is going to take 200 more years in this nation to fill that particular gap. Probably we would need 100 or 1000 more Vivekanandas to take birth in this nation to see that gap lessens. And we know very sadly that girls die in the womb. They also are dropped out so severely even till today. నాది చాలా చిన్న గ్రామము, అయితే మా హెడ్ మాస్టర్తో మాట్లాడితే ఎంత మనం ప్రోత్సహించినా కూడా ఏం చెప్తారంటే, అమ్మ 10th అవ్వగానే మేము ఎంత ప్రయత్నించినా కూడా ఆపలేకపోతున్నాం, పెళ్లి చేసేస్తున్నారు. వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి మరి డబ్బు లేదా అంటే డబ్బు ఉంది, వాళ్ళకి పని లేదా అంటే పని ఉంది, తర్వాత ఆ పిల్లలు షార్ప్గా లేరా అంటే షార్ప్గా ఉన్నారు, కానీ రేపు ఎట్లుంటుందో తెలియదు కాలం. ఆడపిల్ల కదా, చేసేస్తే అయిపోతుంది. నేను లేకుండా పోయిన రోజు నా కొడుకు చేస్తాడో చేయడో పెళ్ళి, నంబర్ 1. నంబర్ 2, నా పిల్లకి ఏమన్నా ఇస్తారో ఇయ్యారో, అదేదో నేను సంపాదించుకున్న దాంట్లో కొంచెం పెడితే అయిపోతుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనకు ఈక్వాలిటీ అన్న ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ వీఆర్ మిస్సింగ్ ఆన్ మెనీ యాంగిల్స్. అంటే రేపొద్దున ఫాదర్ లేకపోతే, మదర్ లేకపోతే ఆడపిల్లను ఈక్వల్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఉండదేమో అన్న ఒక అపోహ. ఆల్ దీస్ అండ్ ఎక్కువ చదువుకొని చేయవలసింది ఏముందమ్మా, రేపొద్దున భర్త సరిగ్గా చూసుకుంటాడో చూసుకోడో దానికి గ్యారంటీ లేదు. అదేదో నేనున్నప్పుడు చేసినాను అనుకో, నా బిడ్డకి ఏమైనా నేను చూసుకుంటాను. అండ్ అట్లాంటప్పుడు నాకు ఒక చిన్న ఉదాహరణ గుర్తొచ్చింది. మై ఫాదర్ ఎక్స్పైర్డ్ వెరీ రీసెంట్లీ అండ్ మై మదర్ ఎక్స్పైర్డ్ అబౌట్ 11 years ago. అయితే మై మదర్స్ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్ కమ్స్ ఆన్ ద డే అండ్ దే ఆర్ సాయి డివోటీస్, అంటే ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్ సాయి డివోటీస్. దే స్టే ఇన్ పుట్టపర్తి ఓన్లీ అండ్ హీఈస్ అన్ అకాడమిషియన్. ఆవిడ చెప్తున్నారు నాకు, వాళ్ళ డాటర్కి పెళ్ళి అయిన 1 yearలోనే దట్ ఫెలో వాజ్ హెరసింగ్ అండ్ దెన్ దే హ్యాడ్ టు గెట్ అవుట్ ద డాటర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మ్యారేజ్. చాలా బాధపడ్డామమ్మా, మేము ఇంత సాయి డివోటీస్మి, మేము ఎవ్వరికీ తప్పు చేయలేదు, కానీ నా కూతుర్ని ఎంత హింస పెట్టాడో ఒక పాప పుట్టిన తర్వాత. కానీ ఒక్క మాట మీ అమ్మ చెప్పింది నా జీవితాన్ని మార్చేసింది అని చెప్పింది ఆవిడ ఆ రోజు. ఏం చెప్పిండ్రా ఆంటీ మా మదరు అని అడిగితే, షీ టోల్డ్, సరే పెళ్ళయింది, అది ఒక హస్బెండ్ అనే కాదు, పక్కన ఉన్న ఫ్రెండ్ కావచ్చు, సిస్టర్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే కొలీగ్ కావచ్చు, ఎవరి వల్ల అయినా బాధపడాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది లైఫ్లో. మేబీ స్పౌజ్ ఇంపాక్ట్స్ మోర్ లైఫ్ ఆఫ్ అనదర్ స్పౌజ్. కానీ ఏది జరిగినా ఈరోజు నువ్వు ఒక్కటి మర్చిపోయినావా, నీ కూతురు, నీ బంగారము, నీ ఆస్తి నీ ఇంటికే కదా వచ్చింది, యూ సెలబ్రేట్ హర్ లైఫ్ అనిందంట. ఇంకా ఆ రోజు నుండి నేను ఒక్క రోజు కూడా కన్నీళ్లు పెట్టలేదు సుమతమ్మ ఈ రోజు వరకు. ఎంత మంచి మాట చెప్పింది కదా అమ్మ, నీ ఆస్తి నీ ఇంటికి వస్తే నువ్వు ఎందుకు కళ్ళలో నీళ్లు పెడతావు అన్న మదర్. బట్ మై మదర్ వాజ్ నాట్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్. See the kind of importance she would have given to, ante that should be probably the passion which every woman should have right from their birth through the process of their growth, and which they can pass on as a legacy to their own children, whether it is boy or a girl. And I feel proud to have been brought up by a mother who sees the girl as an asset. And no doubt you should, I may be very unobtrusive, I may appear very calm, very quiet. You should see what I am when I do my policing. and this entire area knows what I am also, where I am talking. ఈ రకంగా చూస్తే అడాలసెన్స్, you would have seen a statement of I think from Indian Economic Survey today morning, who were speaking that you are not realizing that the most of India's productive age group, that is adolescents and youth, they are wasting their lives because they are mentally and physically not well, and we are not giving enough resources, time and balance to the youth of this particular country, where we have to invest. He said 3 reasons. One is we are not giving proper food. Number 2 is we are not taking care of their mental health properly. Number 3 is we are not amalgamating the very traditional forms of production with the modern forms of production. Very apt. I felt that yes, when adolescents are victims of sexual abuse, it is not that an opposite sex is bad, or it has been like that. This causative factor, that is an opposite sex, I mean a male and female attraction, is very quite common. It is hormonal induced. It is also the kind of brought up I am into. Both sides. I cannot blame on one side. But women being on the receiving side, we think that and we feel that and we empathize that they are vulnerable, isn't it? That is where the gender difference comes. But vulnerability may be physical. We are not thinking about the mental vulnerability which we have to invest into among the women who is just around us. When girls had come here and spoken, more than your monetary support what you have given them a confidence that they can lead their lives by themselves. And she has seen more than in you. The mother of that girl comes every day and I want to see you. There is something which have inspired that girl more than anything else. See, a woman can make another woman much more stronger. Like Mrs. Lakshmi has been a cause of inspiration to all of you today, and where Mr. Mohan has made all of you stand here, speak on behalf of her more than men in the family. Similarly, we are seeing lifetime problems in the marriage as a system. Marriage as a system which has gone, which has changed, which has metamorphosized, and what we see today, I think we have missed on the annals of what a marriage means more than oblations and everything else. We see a marriage is an oblation, marriage is a celebration, marriage is coming together of various families. But we also have to see the changed socio-economic conditions on both the sides, the reasons behind which they are entering into the marriage, where we are very sadly missing on the women's part. We want women to study, we want women to become independent, but when they express their individuality in a marriage, still the society is not ready to accept to a greater extent, which is the cause of, I think, gender-based violence to a great extent, where we have done a lot of research, we have come up with a lot of initiatives which I will be speaking about. Then is the motherhood. Why are still we going and checking whether it's a girl or a boy? Why we are going and trying to make people operate on an illegal basis to tell us what the gender is inside the mother's womb? Why can't we do it on a big scale, that we have come to a level where we don't want to differentiate? I think we have double standards. All of us should accept it. We want girl to be equal, we give education, but we inequate the girl when it comes to marriage. We always want girl to go away by taking something as if. And number 2, we always want a girl to be seen not as an asset but a liability. అంటే పేరెంట్స్ ఏజ్డ్ అయ్యాక గర్ల్ యొక్క సపోర్ట్ కావాలి, మెంటల్ ప్రొటెక్షన్ కావాలి, అన్నీ కావాలి, బట్ బయట నుంచే కావాలి. ఐ కెన్ టెల్ మై ఓన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Probably my village owns up better than my family in a patriarchal setup that I belong to that particular village. My brother is only boy in the family, and today I cannot own up even their surname. I cannot own up anything else. Unless I own up the surname, probably I cannot have the ownership in that village to do whatever I want to do, even without discussing with anybody, if my intentions are good. I feel really sometimes bad that at that point I felt that I should have been a boy in this present society. Not that I don't have will, not that I can't do, but there is a natural disadvantage which the society is putting into me, where I have to do or where I have to make double effort or triple effort, which I would have done without any effort at all, isn't it? So there I think the concept of motherhood has to change. A mother-in-law can equate herself with a mother, at least to the concept of respecting a girl who has entered into family or who have taken birth from them. That is where conceptually we have double standards. Because when I was in DCP North, we made a survey of about 1 year cases in around 13 police stations of North Zone, including police stations like Chilkalguda, which are from slum areas, and Tukaram Gate. And we also made in Begumpet as well as Tirmalgiri, and which are comparatively urbanized police stations where urban population comes. But starkly, the harassment cases are coming equally from both the sectors. That shows that there is a change in the socio-economic demography of the country. Fine. But when you go with a solution base, we have seen that the people from lower middle class, that is from Tukaram Gate police station or Chilkalguda police station, when a third party intervention goes for the counseling, they understand the importance of living together better than so-called educated people. So the understanding of the concept of marriage as you get educated should not change or should not become more individualistic in a way that you cannot understand the importance of living together. That is where I think all educated people, I think, have to invest more time rather than less educated or semi-educated people. And coming to workplace harassment, yes, we want women to occupy most of the workplaces in the country. And now I will give the whopping numbers and percentages where we are facing a lot of issues when it comes to the gender violence and all other general issues also. You can run the slides. Now, global status, you can just go through once. Intimate partner violence is 33%, 40%. 40% of the women who are murdered die at the hands of their partners, whether it is lovers, whether it is spouses, whether it is intimate friends. It is really, we have to question ourselves. We have to have introversion on these things. What can be done? There should be bigger, pedda charchalu kavali deni gurinchi. Not women. When our she teams go, I feel, at times I feel raged that మీరు ఆడపిల్లలకు చెప్పండి, మీరు ఆడపిల్లలకు చెప్పండి, వచ్చి ఆడపిల్లలు, షీ టీమ్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ మెంట్ టు టెల్ ఫర్ గర్ల్స్, దే ఆర్ మెంట్ టు టెల్ ఫర్ బాయ్స్. అండ్ people don't want to understand. We come to a conclusion that boys need not be told anything. It is girls who have to be told to become stronger, to come out, to speak. No, that's not the condition. That's not the condition, which we have to understand. So these are the results. You just see 90% of the rape victims don't belong to both the sexes. 90% still are women. And most 90% of the rape victims are raped or sexual abuse happens by the partners or the known people. This is the most sad part, because you see a politician, you see a journalist, you see an advocate, you see any socially aware citizen. మనందరికీ తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే ఏం మాట్లాడతారంటే, బయటికి పోతే సేఫ్టీ లేదండి, బస్ స్టాప్లో ఎక్కితే సేఫ్టీ లేదండి, బయట తిరిగితే సేఫ్టీ లేదండి. That's not at all an issue. When 90% of the reported sexual abuse is by known people, what kind of safety are we speaking of in the public spaces? It is in the private spaces the women requires more safety, is what the research says. Research and the number of cases, అంటే ఒక 10% కేసెస్ రిపోర్ట్ అవుతాయండి. అమంగ్ సపోజ్ 100 కేసెస్లో ఒక 10 మాత్రం రిపోర్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి, 90 రిపోర్ట్ అవ్వటం లేదు ఇంకా కూడా. అండ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ పుట్ ఆల్ 6 మేజర్ ఇండికేటర్స్ వేర్ ద జెండర్ డేటా పోర్టల్ is put up, that is who experience the gender violence basically. Especially not the senior citizens, not the children, it is between 15 and 49, and that is when women starts knowing or is being మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైం మనకు ఈ ప్రైవేట్ స్పేసెస్లో ఏం జరుగుతుందన్నది మనం ఒక ఫ్యామిలీ అన్న ఒక ఇన్ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్ ముసుగులో ఉండి నో ఉమెన్ వాంట్స్ టు కమ్ అవుట్ అండ్ టెల్ బికాస్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ కనెక్షన్ బిట్వీన్ మదర్ అండ్ ఎ చైల్డ్ and they don't want to come out and tell. So, in such a situation, you just imagine the extended families, the extended closer spaces among the society are the only the answer. You can become a counselor to multiple people in your own area. For that, you have to become very strong. For that, you have to be empowered. For that, you have to become very independent. For that, you have to have the clarity of what a woman requires and what women is facing. These are enough. You need not get educated to be that. ఈ మాత్రం క్లారిటీ ఉంటే we can keep counseling all people outside us. And we should be acceptable. We should grow ourselves to be, just because I'm a police officer, I am anyway acceptable, whatever I speak. But it is not like that. నాకు కాదండి. We have to be acceptable in a way where we understand our own ecosystem around us in a better manner is what. ఇప్పుడు ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్లో ఉంటే సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ ఒక ఉన్న 30 దాన్లలో 10 దాన్లలో సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ ఉంటున్నారండి తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాల్లో. ఎవ్వరికీ పట్టదు దాంట్లో పెద్దవాళ్ళు ఉన్నారా, ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళు వాకింగ్కి వస్తారా, లేకపోతే వాళ్ళకు ఏదైనా మెడిసిన్ అవసరం ఉందా, లేదంటే వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా హెల్త్ బాగాలేదా, కనీసం ఇలా తలుపు కొట్టి కూడా మనము తెలుసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉందని కూడా అనుకోవటం లేదు, అవసరం కూడా మనము అనుకోవటం లేదు. This is where I think educated people, lot of awareness is required. And we are seeing that very sadly, even the legislations which we have specifically addressed legislations against the domestic violence, that is intimate violence within the 4 walls, but none of them are criminally very strong. Why they are not made criminally very strong is we don't want to be very punitive on a family. We want family system to survive. We want spousal relation to survive. That is the reason the judges go on a counseling mode. Even if there is wrong on one partner's side, they give 3 or 4 occasions for them to speak. But whereas there are no clear SOPs for the advocates how to speak and how to resolve the issues. Both the sides, the advocates are playing a role. In fact, they enter into kind of a nexus and they try to divide for wrong reasons. That is what is going on in most of the domestic violence related issues. And సరే దీనికంతా సొల్యూషన్స్ ఏంటి అని మనం ఆలోచిస్తే number 1 is, of course, do we have enough policies to deal with it? Is our law enforcement mechanism and budgets allotted to the women or a specific gender enough, appropriate, timely, and or is there any strong monitoring and enforcement mechanisms entavaraku, because policing is a state subject when it comes to enforcement, unnaya leda, unte manamu inta technologically advanced states, both the states, are we utilizing enough technology with respect to these issues? If so, what are the solutions which we are finding out through the technology, which otherwise would have been very difficult with the human interventions? And what are the solutions we have facilitated so far? I think it is my responsibility to put this before all of you about what at least Telangana is doing, which can be a role model for the other states or who can come and study on various issues. ఒక టీజీ ఓవర్వ్యూకి తీసుకెళ్ళండి. You just see Telangana has been among the top 10 states when it comes to total crimes against women recorded. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, both. ఇప్పుడు యూపీ లాంటి స్టేట్లో కంటిన్యూస్లీ ఇఫ్ దే ర్యాంక్డ్ హైయెస్ట్ ఇన్ రిపోర్టింగ్ కేసెస్, అకరెన్స్ ఆఫ్ కేసెస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫైన్ బికాస్ ద లిటరసీ పర్సంటేజ్ is very less and awareness is very less. Though they are highly budgeted states, the budgets goes only for the infrastructure creation or for the political maneuvering. Whereas here people do question and we want facilities and we get facilities most of the time for a rupee which we invest. Yes, West Bengal, it is understood because a particular population which is very dynamic is growing over there, where awareness has to be on a very high scale. And all others are, except Maharashtra, underdeveloped states, except Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and Karnataka. ఎందుకున్నాయంటే, as police, I will be very frank, we keep saying that reporting is very high in our states. It may be a reason to certain extent, yes. ఇంకొక పార్లెన్స్ దానికి ఏంటంటే రిపోర్టింగ్ ఎక్కువ ఉందని అనుకుందాము, బట్ స్టిల్ సమస్య ఉంటేనే రిపోర్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది. సో సమస్య కూడా ఎక్కువ ఉందన్నది తీసుకోవాలి. బట్ వీ స్పీక్ ఆన్ ఏ పాజిటివ్ సైడ్. ఇప్పుడు మేము 2 రోజుల తర్వాత, ఒక వారం రోజుల తర్వాత ఇయర్ అండ్ రివ్యూ విల్ బి గివెన్ బై తెలంగాణ పోలీస్, వేర్ వీ సే డోంట్ బీ డిస్హార్టెండ్, హియర్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ కేసెస్ హ్యావ్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్ బికాస్ అవేర్నెస్ లెవెల్స్ హ్యావ్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్ అని చెప్తాం. I don't dispute on it, but anyway. When I said that as Telugu people, our IQ levels, తర్వాత మన సంగ్రహణ శక్తి చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉందని ఎందుకు చెప్పానంటే, we are badly affected states when it comes to various issues right from ages. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫ్యూడల్ సిస్టము వేరే చోట్ల ఒకలాగా ఉంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఉమ్మడి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో కాస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ హైలీ ప్రివలెంట్, అండ్ తెలంగాణ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఉమ్మడి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో feudal system was highly prevalent. At least till 90s it was there. Maybe last 20 years it has reduced, but class has taken over by caste. Do you agree or not? Class was better than caste. Caste is much more horrible to look into and it has very ugly face if we see. అయితే దానిని మనం ఎలా డీల్ చేసాము అంటే, ఎప్పుడైతే 1948లో మొత్తం దేశమంతా కూడా ఇండియాగా, భారతదేశంగా మారిపోయిన తర్వాత ఒక్క హైదరాబాద్ రాష్ట్రం మాత్రము దే వర్ నాట్ రెడీ టు కమ్ అప్ విత్ అవర్ ఓన్ కంట్రీ. దెన్ ఒక పెద్ద ఉగ్రవాద సంస్థ చెప్తుంది, అంటే ఆ తర్వాత దెర్ విల్ బి మ్యూటినీ, వీ విల్ టేక్ ఓవర్ హైదరాబాద్, అండ్ దెన్ నిజాం విల్ సే ఎస్, ఐ విల్ యాక్సీడ్ టు ద ఇండియన్ యూనియన్. Then there will be a big statement, whether I don't know how many of you know the history. ఒక పెద్ద ఉగ్రవాద సంస్థ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే, ఎప్పటికైనా కూడా ఈ పర్టికులర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంట్రీ పాకిస్తాన్లో యాక్సీడ్ అయ్యే వరకు దిస్ ప్రాంతం ఇట్ విల్ బ్లీడ్ అని చెప్తారు. దట్స్ వాట్ గోస్ ఆన్ ఇన్ దిస్. అంటే దానిని ఒక సూచికగా తీసుకొని అప్పుడు చాలా వరకు నేషనల్ లెవెల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్, నేషనల్ లెవెల్ సంస్థలు అన్నీ కూడా హైదరాబాద్లో ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. ముఖ్యమైన రీజన్ నేషనల్ పోలీస్ అకాడమీ ఇక్కడ పెట్టడానికి కూడా ఒకటి అదే కారణం. సో దట్ అత్యుత్తమ శిక్షణ ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతే దెర్ విల్ బి అన్ అటాచ్మెంట్ ఫర్ ద పోలీస్ రెజిమెంట్ ఫర్ దిస్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంట్రీ. అండ్ ఎస్, దే హ్యావ్ బీన్ ట్రయింగ్, అండ్ యూ జస్ట్ సీ అవర్ ఓన్ thought process, what the leadership has shown. ఒక పర్టికులర్ కమ్యూనిటీలో ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఫార్వర్డ్ దేర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీస్, బట్ హౌ టు ఓవర్కమ్ దట్ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీస్, ద సొల్యూషన్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఇన్ దిస్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంట్రీ వాస్, ఇంతవరకు కూడా నార్త్ ఇండియాలో ఇది ఇంతవరకు కూడా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేయింది. ఇక్కడ చేసినది ఏంటంటే, ఆ పర్టికులర్ పాపులేషన్లో పొలిటికల్ యాక్టివిజం తీసుకొని వస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఈక్వాలిటీ వస్తుంది. ఎస్, that is the reason why Among all the communities, there are political parties here. And with that political activism, what has happened is people understand their rights well and they have gone away from extreme form what religion gives. The Islamic population of this state are more aware, more advanced, more well compared to any other part of the country because there is political activism here. And it shall remain. You shall not, without any knowledge, say that why a particular party exists. It is good for us. It is good for us when people know their rights better and when they question it better. అంటే ఇదంతా కూడా it is a leadership angle which has played its role is what I feel as a student who loves history. And number two, a particular, there was huge amount of, I should say, terror activities, huge amount of Naxal activities in this part of the, ఎందుకంటే లీడర్షిప్ ఇక్కడి నుంచే వచ్చింది, సమస్య ఎక్కడుందో లీడర్షిప్ కూడా ఇక్కడి నుంచే వచ్చింది. సో వీ న్యూ ద ఆన్సర్స్ బెటర్. ఒక్క ఆన్సర్ ఏం కనుక్కున్నారంటే స్టేట్స్మెన్లీ లీడర్షిప్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పర్టిక్యులర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంట్రీ ఫౌండ్ దట్ ప్రతి సమస్యకు మనము స్టేట్ లెవెల్లోనే డీల్ చేయాలి, అంటే మనము కొడితే కొండనే కొట్టాలి. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ వీ బికేమ్ పయనీర్స్ ఇన్ డీలింగ్ విత్ terrorism. That's how we became pioneers in dealing with left-wing extremism. Similarly, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం వచ్చిన తర్వాత, ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ నవ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ఆల్సో, వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా మంచి చేస్తే ఇక్కడ రెప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా మంచి చేస్తే అక్కడ రెప్లికేట్ చేస్తారు. సో వీ హ్యావ్ దట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. మనకు ఎక్కువ సమస్య దేనికి వస్తుందంటే, మనకు నార్త్ ఇండియా నుంచి వచ్చే గ్రూప్స్ ఎక్కడైతే పావర్టీ ఉందో అక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చి ఇక్కడ క్రైమ్స్ ఎక్కువ కమిట్ చేయడం. You know, in Secunderabad, most of you, I think you live in Secunderabad, you know, there used to be huge crime by servant maids, by people, gangs coming from outside, whether it's robberies, dacoities. దీని అంతా తగ్గించాలంటే మనం లండన్ లాగా ఇక్కడ కూడా కెమెరాస్ పెట్టాలని ఒక బృహత్తర ప్రణాళికతో మొత్తం కొన్ని లక్షల కెమెరాస్ ఇక్కడ పెట్టి, ఒక లక్షలు పెట్టడమే కాకుండా దాన్ని అంతా ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి వేర్ వీ కెన్ మానిటర్. సో that straight away led to the reduction of crime by 24%, 56%, and today our crime compared to decade ago has reduced by 60%. Conventional crime. And it is a simple technological solution which statesmanly leadership would have thought of. And manam oka politician ki cheppinappudu, whether chief minister, financial minister, IT minister, it was conveyed well by whether it is private parties or by the public parties, whatever it is. As citizens, as socially aware citizens also. That is how I feel organizations like yours are also surviving, because there are people who are able to understand things well also. అట్లాగే అది చేయడమే కాకుండా మనము రాష్ట్రం ఫామ్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎక్కడెక్కడ మనం ల్యాగ్ అవుతున్నాం అన్నది డిఫరెంట్ సెక్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్తో ఒక ఆల్మోస్ట్ 8 to 9 months ఇంటరాక్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఒక కమిటీ ఫామ్ చేశారు. దాంట్లో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్స్ వాజ్ విమెన్ అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్. అర్జెంటుగా ఈ స్టేట్లో విమెన్ అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్ యొక్క సేఫ్టీ పర్సెప్షన్ పెంచకపోతే వీ కెనాట్ అర్బనైజ్ దిస్ స్టేట్ ఫాస్టర్. వీ కెనాట్ మేక్ విమెన్ కమ్అవుట్ అండ్ డూ వాట్ దే వాంట్ ఇన్ ఏ ఫాస్టర్ వే. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఒక నోడల్ ఏజెన్సీ లైక్ ఫర్ టెర్రరిజం, ఎక్స్ట్రీమిజం, వీ గాట్ విమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ ఫర్ ద స్టేట్. అండ్ ఎస్, టుడే ఐ కెన్ సే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ పయనీర్. దాంట్లో ఏమేం సమస్యలు తీసుకోవాలి అన్నప్పుడు మీరు ఒక చిన్న ఎన్జిఓ కావచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇంకొకరు నేను ఇది చేస్తానని రావచ్చు, కానీ నేను ఎక్కడో చోట మిమ్మల్ని ఫిట్ చేసేట్టు నేను ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, అంటే సమస్యకు ఫిట్ చేయాలి. సో మేజర్ సమస్యలు ఏమున్నాయని చూస్తే, నంబర్ 1 ఈజ్ చైల్డ్ సెక్షువల్ అబ్యూస్, highly rampant, and safety of women in public spaces. I do go, but I don't feel safe because there's no light. I don't feel safe because nobody called me. I don't feel safe. My area doesn't cover under the mobile network. I don't feel safe. And I am a lonely woman. I feel safe. I don't feel safe. And itla, there are so many parameters why people were not feeling safe to come out. Don't you think the perception has changed over a period of time? Yes, because lot of measures have been taken up and it has been welcomed by the citizens like you. That is how ఒక ఇన్నోవేటివ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ షీ టీమ్స్ వచ్చింది, విచ్ యూ ఆల్ నో, వేర్ చాలా సీక్రెట్ కెమెరా పెట్టుకొని మనం హాట్స్పాట్స్ అని ఒక 100 హాట్స్పాట్స్ చేస్తాం. ఆ హాట్స్పాట్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే ఒక కాలేజ్ ముందు, అంటే ఆటోమేటికలీ పిల్లల్ని ర్యాక్ చేస్తారు, దే విల్ టీజ్ విమెన్. సో అట్లాంటి ప్లేసెస్లో సీక్రెట్ టీమ్స్ ఉండి అవి ఉట్టిగా రికార్డ్ చేసుకోవడం, రికార్డ్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత వాళ్ళని పేరెంట్స్తో సహా పిలిపించడం, కేసెస్ పెట్టేది లేదు. అండ్ దేవర్ కౌన్సిల్డ్. అట్లా ఇట్ వెంట్ ఆన్ ఫర్ 2 years కంటిన్యూస్గా చేశాం. అండ్ వీ కుడ్ క్రియేట్ ఎ పర్సెప్షన్ దట్ మాకు ఉన్నది చాలా తక్కువ షీ టీమ్స్ అయినా 100 షీ టీమ్స్ ఉన్నాయన్న ఒక ఫీలింగ్ పబ్లిక్లో క్రియేట్ చేయగలిగాం. పట్టుకుంటారు, తెస్తారు, అంత మా అంటే వీ స్టాండ్ ఫర్ సెల్ఫ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ మోర్ దెన్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్. అరే మా పేరెంట్స్ ముందు నన్ను చాలా చెడ్డగా చూపిస్తారు. సో దే ఆల్ బికేమ్ our volunteers instead of people who started suffering women and children. And now it goes on very seamlessly. The process is set in. Similarly, ఇవి మొదటగా స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత COVID has created lot of turbulence in the society, especially when it comes to, you would have read the UN reports also. అప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ డొమెస్టిక్ వైలెన్స్ ఎంత ఉందన్నది బయటపడింది మన కంట్రీలో. దెన్ అసలు ఒక ఏమంటారంటే వీ వర్ జస్ట్ టేకెన్ అ బ్యాక్, ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ కంప్లైంట్స్ వర్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ బికాస్ దే కాంట్ కమ్ అవుట్. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద విమెన్ యూస్ టు డయల్ 100 అండ్ దే యూస్ టు క్రై, మేము బయటికి రాలేము, కోవిడ్ ఉంది, కానీ మేము ఇంత చేసిన తర్వాత నన్ను కొడుతున్నారనో, తాగుతున్నారనో, నా పిల్లల్ని కొడుతున్నారనో, నేను ఇంట్లోంచి బయటికి రాలేను, బయటికి వెళ్తే కోవిడ్ ఉంది, పని చేయాలి, మెంటలీ హెరాస్డ్, ఫిజికలీ హెరాస్డ్. అండ్ అట్ దట్ టైమ్ వీ థాట్ దేర్ షుడ్ బి వన్ సింగిల్ సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ దిస్. సో వీ డెంట్ వేస్ట్ టైమ్. వీ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రపోజల్స్ టు MHA, ఐ మీన్ మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ హోమ్ అఫైర్స్, సేయింగ్ దట్ మేము ఒక్కొక్క ఏరియాలో వీ డోంట్ వాంట్ పోలీస్ టు డీల్ ఫ్యామిలీ ఇష్యూస్. దట్స్ అ బ్యాడ్ థింగ్, because we should be the last people to be approached when it comes to family issues. So we created counseling centers in a very, very professional manner. Now it exists one counseling center which is called as CDW, which will be, this is and దాంట్లో అందరూ ప్రైవేట్ వాళ్ళనే ఎంప్లాయ్ చేస్తాము. ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఇస్ they'll register in the police station and they'll walk into that counseling center. And I think 62 to 70% of the issues are being resolved properly because there is no direct police intervention. I think it is a professional way to find out, which we have studied in various countries and implemented with some tweaking certain things. Similarly, child sexual abuse అని చెప్పాను. ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్కడొచ్చింది చైల్డ్ సెక్షువల్ అబ్యూస్కి? మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్స్, విచ్ యూ ఆల్సో షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్, వేర్ యూ కెన్ టాక్ టు అదర్స్. వెన్ యూ టాక్ టు అదర్స్ ఆల్సో, ఆ విక్టిమ్ని పట్టుకొని పోలీస్ స్టేషన్కి రావాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దే వుడ్ బి ఫీలింగ్ అషేమ్డ్ టు, యాజ్ ఇఫ్ క్రైమ్ వాళ్ళ మీద కమిట్ అవుతుంది, వాళ్ళే క్రిమినల్స్ లాగా. మనం పోగానే ఈ పిల్ల ఏం తప్పు చేసిందో అంత చేశారు అని మదర్ని చాలా, నువ్వు యాక్సిడెంట్ చేసి వెళ్ళండి, మీరు మర్డర్ చేసి వెళ్ళండి, లేదంటే మీరు ఊరికే పక్కింట్లో కొట్టుకొని వెళ్ళండి, you will be looked down upon once you go to the police station. It's not fault of police, it is fault of our society. We think that police station is a very wrong place to go, isn't it? It's not a wrong place to go, because 90% of the people who come are very fair and normal citizens who come there, but we have that fab. So itla పోయినప్పుడు వాళ్ళకు న్యాయం జరగదు, చెప్పాలనుకున్నది చెప్పరు, తర్వాత ఇమ్మీడియట్ మెడికల్ సపోర్ట్ కావాలి. ఒకసారి సెక్షువల్ అబ్యూస్ అయిన తర్వాత, అండ్ వన్స్ ఐ టేక్ దిస్ గర్ల్ విత్ ఎ ఉమెన్ ఆఫీసర్ టు అ హాస్పిటల్, అక్కడ ఏదన్నా ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఈస్ సమ్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ లైక్ ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ, లేకపోతే కాలు విరిగిందో, చేయి విరిగిందో, దే విల్ జస్ట్ డంప్ దిస్ రేప్ విక్టిమ్ అండ్ దెన్ దే విల్ గో అండ్ అటెండ్ దట్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ. ఎన్ని అవర్స్ అయినా కూడా వాళ్ళని పక్కన పడేస్తారు. ఇట్ వాజ్ ఇన్హ్యూమన్. This is all study which we had made by taking about 1,000-2,000 cases. Then we thought there should be some agency outside the police where we will hand over the victim and they will take care in a very professional manner. That's how we have come up with next. Where is Bharosa Center ochindi kadandi? You can just show that. Yeah. Yes. So this is that center. We have created all this. We have formed a society among the police. We asked major people to come and support us, and they have given lot of suggestions to us, and we got everything under one roof. And police will be at the back of it. And the Supreme Court of India also said that every state should come up with centers like this. Now we have in all the districts of Telangana, and they are doing extremely well. And manadi 5.6% nunchi conviction rate, today it has gone to 23%. It's nothing, ante mem chesina pedda idi em ledu dintlo. We have set up Bharosa centers. Daniki oka rupayi government ivvadaniki oppukoledu. Then we went to CSR and all that. And we are not very professional in asking CSR. Whomever you go, police will only demand. So nobody will give. So they posted officers like me who can ask in a proper way and get. So we got some money, some crores of rupees, and we got Bharosa centers constructed. And we got posts of psychologists into that and legal practitioners into that, where we can pay some 30,000, 50,000, 25,000, depending upon the area, whether it's urban, semi-urban or rural. And they were trained many a time by NIMHANS, XYZ organizations. And today it is a very standard organization where every day there will be hundreds of visitors from across the country to come and see how this model is working here. And now every young IPS officer who is trained in NPA will go and start Bharosa in their own first district. We have taken it to such a level. And ఇక్కడ అయిన తర్వాత ఏమవుతుందంటే అట్లా కేసు రిజిస్టర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎఫ్ఐఆర్తో సహా ఆన్లైన్లో భరోసా సెంటర్కి వచ్చేస్తుంది. విక్టిమ్ విల్ బి టేకెన్ ఓవర్ అండ్ హ్యాండెడ్ ఓవర్ టు ద భరోసా. అక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత వాట్ దే టోల్డ్ ఇన్ ద పోలీస్ స్టేషన్ 100 times ఎక్కువ చెప్తారు. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ దే విల్ టెల్. అండ్ భయం లేకుండా చెప్తారు. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి వీడియో రికార్డెడ్. And so there will not be any contradictions at all in the court. What child says, the court will believe, provided if it is video recorded. అదే కాకుండా వాళ్ళకి ఇమ్మీడియట్గా డాక్టర్ అక్కడే ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి వాళ్ళ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ అయిపోతుంది. దెన్ సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఆర్ఫన్, సెమీ ఆర్ఫన్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ దే డోంట్ వాంట్, ఇఫ్ పర్పెట్రేటర్ ఇస్ ఫాదర్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ or stepfather or somebody, then we will send to the government homes. So there is a tie-up with the homes. So they will be sent there. And case అయ్యే వరకు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న లీగల్ సపోర్ట్ సిస్టమ్ విల్ హెల్ప్ ద రెగ్యులర్ పబ్లిక్ ప్రాసిక్యూటర్ ఇన్ టేకింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ దిస్ కేస్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద ట్రయల్. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ద డాక్టర్ హూ కేమ్ విత్ మీ, డాక్టర్ సుధా గారు అక్కడ ఉన్నారు. షీ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద కన్సల్టెంట్ ఫర్ భరోసా. She is a gold medalist and a forensic specialist, and she does support Bharosa Center on a big scale in training and upholding our own people. And ఒక కేసులో ఒక ఆర్ఫన్ కదండి అది, పటాన్ చెరువుది. యా, షీ వాజ్ అన్ ఆర్ఫన్. దట్ గర్ల్ వాజ్, అంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ హోమ్లో they were giving, they were supporting some amount for the children in that particular orphan. So that lady who maintained that particular orphanage కావాలని వీళ్ళని చాలా ఎంకరేజ్ చేసింది. ఎందుకంటే they were helping them some 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Slowly he took advantage of these girls and he used to administer something, and then he started sexually abusing the girls. ఆ అమ్మాయికి ఏ స్టేజ్కి అబ్యూజ్ చేయబడిందంటే, బికాస్ షీ ఈజ్ అన్ ఆర్ఫన్, ఐ థింక్ 10-year-old, అండ్ లాస్ట్ స్టేజ్లో యూరిన్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అదంతా ఎక్కువైపోయి కోవిడ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఆమెను ఎవరు పెట్టుకోవాలో తెలియక వాళ్ళు ఏదో దూరం చుట్టం ఉంటే వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి పంపిస్తే అమ్మాయి షీ యూస్ టు పాస్ యూరిన్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ. నీకు ఆ మాత్రము ఓగం లేదా, నీకు అది కూడా నేర్పించలేదా అని బాగా కొట్టారు ఆ అమ్మాయిని. ఇంకొక పిన్నమ్మ తీసుకెళ్ళిన తర్వాత దెన్ అది తగ్గకపోతే ఒక డాక్టర్ దగ్గర తీసుకెళ్తే మీరు ఏమనుకుంటున్నారో అమ్మాయి సివియర్లీ సెక్షువలీ అబ్యూస్డ్ అని చెప్తే దెన్ నీలోఫర్లో జాయిన్ చేసిన ఒక 3 daysకి ఆ అమ్మాయి చనిపోయింది బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్. దెన్ చనిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇంకేముంటుందండి, దెర్ ఇస్ నోబడి టు డిపోజ్ దట్ షీ వాస్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ ఫర్ ద మెడికల్ ఎవిడెన్స్ ఆర్ ద టెక్నికల్ ఎవిడెన్స్. వాట్ షీ హెల్ప్డ్ అస్ ఇమ్మెన్స్లీ ఇన్ దట్. ఎంత హెల్ప్ చేశారంటే, అండ్ హీ గాట్ లైఫ్. వీ సా టు ఇట్ దట్ విత్ ఇన్ 1 year he got life sentence. And we need such people who go out of their way because you have knowledge. She is retired, but again she is replaced in the government, but she helps us. అండ్ షీ హెల్ప్స్ అస్ వాలంటరీలీ. ఎవరు ఏ పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్ అక్రాస్ ద స్టేట్ ఫోన్ చేసినా కూడా వాళ్ళకు ఒపీనియన్ ఇచ్చేస్తారు తను, యూ కెన్ గో లైక్ దిస్ అని. అంటే నేను అనడం మీరు హెల్ప్ ఫార్వర్డ్ అని అన్నారు కదా, అనదర్ దేర్ సో మెనీ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ హెల్ప్ విచ్ వీ కెన్ యాక్చువల్లీ డూ, విచ్ ఐ am seeing among many people over here who do. These are the various initiatives. There are many more initiatives which you can run through. Next. This is the impact which I told we have created through the domestic violence centers, that is CDEWs, in the last 3 years. Next. This is the Supreme Court citation and recognition for the Barossa. This can be used as a model for other one-stop centers in the country. None other than Justice Lokur. Generally, he doesn't give any positive thing on police. Next. This is She Teams of Telangana. And now it is replicated almost in not less than 12 to 13 states. The same model is adopted with different names. Next. This is the mandate of She Teams. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ మంత్లో ఒక 100 కేసెస్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అయ్యాయంటే ఇట్ విల్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ప్లాట్ ద కేసెస్ వేర్ ద కేసెస్ ఆర్ అక్కరింగ్, and automatically awareness happens in those places only. And awareness used to happen only with our She Teams initially. But now what we do is, all the educational institutions which are nearby that particular thing, we get the students as ambassadors and we train them. And they come with the She Teams to do the awareness in their own institute as well as in that particular area. And like that, many have been selected by the Prime Minister also as young ambassadors. All government school children. And it all, whether I am an officer or whether I am a normal citizen or whether I am in the social sector, it all depends on our conviction. That's all. To create an impact, that too, a positive impact. Yeah, the latest, next. Now back. 27 such back. 27 such CDEW centers are operational now, and each center has a staff, that is counselors, receptionists and housekeeping. All 3 are paid. Now, idanta anni states ki icharandi. MHA has given to every state, but we have formulated it in such a way that we are producing results by utilizing that budget. That's all. Next. This is Pride Place, where again Telangana had been the first state, now replicated in Andhra Pradesh. వీళ్ళందరూ రోడ్ల దగ్గరకు వచ్చి అక్కడ whoever try to the so-called LGBTQ, where we have a very wrong notion, and they do go and they try to extort అన్నది మనకు ఒక feeling. But all those who extort are not LGBTQ people. They are people who pose themselves as and who try to overpower the real gay people, and such people were identified after Pride Place was kept. So now, then we went to the government to say that you give reservation to them in the police, so that they will become representative their own community and they will take care. Automatically నేను నా కమ్యూనిటీకి రిప్రజెంటేటివ్ అయ్యానంటే vulnerabilityకి, automatically that will reduce. I will become stronger and then more empowered. This is the model which we have adopted in the Pride Place. Today, ఎక్కడ ఏ బస్ స్టాప్లో ఎక్కడ గొడవ జరిగినా they will walk into women safety, or they will give a call to that particular inspector or SI. సార్ మీరు ఆ పర్టికులర్ పోలీస్ స్టేషన్కి ఫోన్ కొట్టండి అని చెప్తారు. అంటే దట్ స్పేస్ ఈస్ గివెన్ టు దెమ్ అండ్ దేర్ ఇష్యూస్ ఆర్ ఐడెంటిఫైడ్. అండ్ ఇంకొకటి కూడా, వాళ్ళ ఇష్యూ జెన్యున్గా లేకపోతే పోలీస్ విల్ నాట్ ఎంటర్టైన్ అన్నది కూడా వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు. అండ్ ఉల్టా వాళ్ళ మీద కూడా కేసెస్ అయిన రోజులు ఉంటాయి. సో దే విల్ కమ్ అప్. Only thing is that space and intention is created. And this is one more initiative for the workplace harassment. You can go on to the website and see. And now we have all the entire industry body of Telangana working with us, where we try to create awareness so that employees at least 100 lo okaru reach aina. For example, just 5-6 days kritamu, oka very big hospital in Telangana, అండ్ అన్నిట్లో కూడా వాళ్ళకి ఐఎస్ఓ అసలు కావాల్సిన అన్ని అవార్డ్స్ రివార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అండ్ హెడ్ ఆఫ్ మార్కెటింగ్ ఎ ఉమెన్ కాల్స్ మీ, మేడం ఐ వాజ్ టోల్డ్ దట్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ హెల్ప్ మీ, ఐ am being harassed none other than by GM. Whom should I go and report? I cannot come out of the hospital because they won't let me come out. So this is a situation where women feel very, very sensitive to come out and say. And who will create some kind of bharosa to her is in her own ecosystem it has to be created. You cannot create bharosa outside your ecosystem. అంటే మీ ఫ్యామిలీ దాటి మీరు భరోసా క్రియేట్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. But this Sahas is making an attempt. Next. This is one more mobile app which is running very successfully. I think most of you would have seen, where I can, even a normal mobile nunchi message ichina kuda meeru traveling lo, it comes to the police and we do monitor your movement, and it simultaneously goes to various people. Without you knowing, we will monitor you. That's the issue. And most importantly, the challenges I will cover in just 5 minutes. When your own experiences of your life, because most of you who are sitting here, I feel have enough experience, except few young people here, in your own field, or the impact you would have created, whatever observations you have done, whatever professions you have done. These are the challenges which we think are universal. One is convergence in the society, which I said we have to converge. Meekokati telsu, nakoti telsu, varakoti telsu, and we have to create more and more convergence platforms where we can address the issues. Issues are known to anybody. అరే ఈరోజు ప్రేమలు లేవు, తల్లిదండ్రులను బాగా చూసుకోరు, విమెన్ని అబ్యూస్ చేస్తారు, లేకపోతే హరాస్మెంట్ ఒక ఫీమేల్స్కే కాదు మేల్స్కి కూడా ఉంది. ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఐ టాక్, యూ టాక్, ఎవ్రీబడి టాక్. బట్ what we lack is the convergence approach. Individually we are the best, but when we have to grow best as a group, and whoever bring that concept of group for addressing the issues is something which I think I forelay that will be the solution which the world requires, especially a country like ours with a complex socio-economic structure. And when it comes to laws, minimum laws, child laws, women laws, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా కొంత తెలిసి ఉండాలి. So I feel in each one of you should induct one advocate into your group, friend group, one teacher into your friend group, one doctor into your friend group, one police officer into your friend group. That will actually help us to see the life in different perspectives, not the people who earn more than you. Than that, I think this will actually help us to become richer and know more and find solutions. Because professional solutions anyway, there's no point in giving here, but this is how I think we can take it forward. And finally saying, from my own life experiences as a woman, I can say a woman like her, while she was living, she was an inspiration, and even when she is not there, she continues to be inspiring, where she could get all of us together to talk, to converse also. I think each one of us, even a dint of it, if we try in our life, I think we can make a real impact, whatever it is, for the lives of others around us. Thank you once again to the foundation as well as Mohan Nishtala garu and your entire family.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this inspiring session and also for educating us so much. We'll have a very quick question and answer session, if that's all right with you. Yeah, so anything quick anybody has, feel free. Yeah.
One second. Oh, just a minute. In view of paucity of time, we need to close by 9. Maximum of 3 questions. Okay? And it is for ma'am to be.
Anybody else has?
As a citizen, it is your responsibility to ensure that you build up a positive opinion, because at the end of the day, I'm paid to serve you.
Any more questions? Yeah, please.
I've been a great advocate of girls' education. I served as the principal of a government junior college, the strength of which rose from 400 to 1500. So I did put in my heart and soul into it. Well, of course, whatever you said regarding girls' education, girls' empowerment, and also you have given great many points for the progress of women. But leaving aside all that, another strand which you dealt was on left-wing extremism. Well, I think I'm asking a very delicate question. How is it that if you call a left-wingers are left-wing extremists, how is it that they are able to produce so many intellectuals? Left always goes with intellect. People say left always goes with progress, but still no. The point is, madam, almost 90% crippled person like Sai Baba was imprisoned for so many days. Stan Swami, who stood for tribal rights, was imprisoned for so many days and died in prison. And if at all you call anybody as the greatest, say for example Gaddar, he was called as the people's ballad singer, and Sri Sri the people's poet. How is it that it is able to produce so many intellectuals? As a side point of your main speech, I'm asking you this.
Agreed. Yeah, I suppose we should continue this discussion later. Absolutely, sir.
One point I would like to ask, I would like to say, I am the son of a freedom fighter. Who was involved in Telangana armed struggle, who was a commander in the Telangana armed struggle, responsible for the liberation of so many villages, almost sentenced to death. So I am coming from that such family,
Yeah.
and I think it's but natural to ask this question, if I am permitted to do so.
Yes. I think in view of time, we'll stop.
I've taken it in a right stride, but I think this is not the group before which we
I think
converse on this subject.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll halt the Q&A for now. So quickly, Sumati ma'am, just wanted to thank you. You really embody the incredible strength and potential of a woman empowered to break barriers, shatter stereotypes, and achieve greatness. You remind us that we too can achieve anything we set our minds to. And this is for all the girls in the room. May I please ask Dr. Sahiti Nishtala, the daughter of NV Lakshmi, who has graciously made time to join us in person this year for the lecture series. Sahiti will now deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you.
Thank you, Polumi. Before that, we have a small formality. The Rotarians would like to facilitate Sumati ma'am.
I'm also a Rotarian.
Yes, that's why we are calling you.
Rotary Club of Cantonment Secretariat. No, any Rotarian is also welcome. Ramkrishna, Surendra, please join us. Ramkrishna. Chitravedi is another Rotarian who is somewhere here. No, you're no longer Rotarian. That's why I took your permission. And when moved, you said accept.
So, good evening, everyone. It is truly, truly a privilege to propose the vote of thanks this evening. For many, many years, for whatever reasons, this is the first time I could attend this evening, and it's a wonderful experience. So, I'll start with thanking Sumati Garu. It was a wonderful talk. Wonderful is probably underestimation. It was very empowering. It was a delicate topic, but it touched so many chords because it's something I'm so passionate about, and my mother was passionate about too. So really, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you to Lakshmi, Roshni, Bhargavi, and Akshaya for your participation. This is your foundation, and this event is more meaningful because you are so actively involved in it. And thank you to the audience, both in person and online, without whom today would not be possible. And thank you to Guruswami Center for their all their fabulous arrangements. Of course, special thank you to Polami and dear Ishan for the special introduction of my mother. And lastly, but most importantly, a heartfelt thank you to my mother, whose legacy we strive to continue and whom we celebrate today. I'm sorry I'm emotional, but it is truly an honor to be here. Thank you to my mother for her noble thoughts and actions which we are carrying forward. Thank you for being an inspiration to so many of us to make a difference to the society. You are a true example of be the change that you wish to see in the society and the world. Okay, thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you, Saiti. We shall now conclude the evening with our national anthem. May I please request Lakshmi to coordinate that for all of us?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
Thank you. One last mention. Every year we come together on the 13th of December to honor the legacy of N.B. Lakshmi. Many familiar faces in the audience have been attending this event year after year without fail, and we are deeply grateful for you for your continued support. Each year we are also blessed to welcome new faces who are drawn to the purpose and mission of the foundation. I would like to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of you who took out the time out of your busy schedules to join us. Your presence makes this event truly memorable and meaningful. Thank you so much for being a part of this special occasion. Thank you and good night.